I'm just so busy. I have no time to relax. How am I supposed to find time to relax? Ever meet that kind of person? And besides, you can relax when you're dead, right? Time enough to sleep then. Well, okay, except avoid relaxation, and you will get to that permanent retirement period a whole lot faster. So how about we take a look at 8 relaxation techniques. Okay, I have a script, always have a script. Don't always follow the script, but I have a script. And there are 8 relaxation techniques. These are really simple, and I'm going to walk through them simply. I'm going to really stick to the script, which means you might have a lot of questions by the time I get to the end. And if you do, please, by all means, put them in the comments below. Happy to read them, happy to get you some answers. So first technique, 15 minutes a day in your mind palace. Now, if you've watched the short series Sherlock Holmes with Benedict Cumberbatch, I don't think I'm saying that last name right, and I apologize to the other fellow. He played Frodo? No. He played Frodo. No, he played Bilbo. I forget. Yes, he played Bilbo in the Lord of the Rings, the Hobbit. That's it. I'll be okay. Yes, he played Frodo in The Hobbit. Or no, he played Bilbo in The Hobbit. Sir, I apologize that I'm unable to remember your name right now. Anyway, so Sherlock Holmes. Stick to the script. If you watched it, the whole technique of a mind palace is really useful for being able to organize your memories and being able to access them quickly and easily. Dr. Maltz, when he wrote Psycho-Cybernetics, he referred to it as a mental foxhole. And I would suggest that you keep in mind, he was writing in a world that had just seen 2 world wars. And so the whole idea of a foxhole was very much in people's minds. I, however, as a veteran, I take it as a negative sort of thing. And I think most people maybe don't understand what a foxhole is. So I like the use of Mind Palace. 15 minutes a day in your Mind Palace. That means you are remembering good things. You are remembering successes. You are thinking about things that make you happy. You are thinking about things that you enjoy. That's the whole point of 15 minutes a day in your Mind Palace. Number 2. And I'm going to do science for now. When we get to number 8, because I need to hold the script with my other hand, I won't do them anymore. Number 2, here's one everybody's going to disagree with. I know not everybody, but I'm going to say it that way as hyperbole. Focus on one task at a time. This whole idea of multitasking is just BS. Cranium Ex Rectum, get a grip, okay? Because if you are thinking about multitasking as, well, I'm walking down the street, I'm chewing gum, and I'm having a conversation. I'm multitasking. Yeah, okay. Except walking down the street is something we can do without thought. Chewing gum, for most of us, we can do without thought. And again, for most of us, we have conversations without really thinking. Not really multitasking. On the other hand, if by multitasking you mean going for a walk while listening to a podcast and having a conversation, which I have seen. I've seen people listening to stuff on their phone and trying to have a conversation at the same time. It's rather like someone being on a phone call while also trying to have a conversation with the person in front of them. It doesn't work very well. Because we don't do multitasking. The human brain does not do multitasking. The human brain functions best when it focuses, just like a computer, on one task at a time. Even a computer does not multitask. The reason it looks like a computer is multitasking is because a computer executes an instruction in something in the realm of a picosecond, which is, I think, even less than a nanosecond. I think I have the prefix correct. But computers only execute one instruction at a time. It's just they do it so very quickly that it looks like they're executing multiple instructions at the same time, when the truth is they're executing thousands of instructions in 1 second. Okay, so focus on one task at a time. Number three, try to stay in front of the lens. Use laughter as medicine. And it's, wow. All of these are useful, all of these are important. There's one a little bit later that I think is really, really important, but this one, laughter as medicine, this is more than just laughing at your foibles and your mistakes, okay? This is laughing for joy at the abundance in life. This is more than watching a Bill Burr special or, of course, the name of every other comic in the world just flies out of my head. Wow, Richard Pryor. It's Eddie Murphy. Okay, so it's more than just watching a comedy special and laughing. It's laughing for joy. It's laughing because things are good. Because this is an abundant world and we get to take advantage of it. Actually, that's bad phrasing. We get to revel in the abundance that is here. The idea of taking advantage of the world, kind of negative there, so I'll think of something else to say at some other point. Number 4, technique number 4, a mentor to model, a mentor to talk to. Now, the mentor to model, that's easy. You can pick up a book, get the success principles from Jack Canfield. And I suggest you do. There's a link down below to the success principles from Jack Canfield. Very good book to read and reread and reread. If you've seen any other videos that I've done, you probably already know that I do a study on the success principles every year. It's a useful book. It's worth reading and rereading and rereading. So mentors to model are really easy. You can get books from people, you can watch the presentations they do, you can go to conferences and see folks. Mentors to talk to can be a little bit harder. The biggest thing about getting a mentor to talk to is that you have to ask. It is amazing how many successful people are happy to help other people be successful. Here's the one thing of which you need to be aware. Let's say you're going to go to Jack Canfield and ask him to be your mentor. Or you're going to reach out to Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, and ask him to be your mentor in bodybuilding and being strong and muscular. Okay? You need to be conscious of how much of their time you are going to take. And you want it to be something in the realm of 10 minutes a month. 10 minutes a month. So you are going to send them a very short email with 2 or 3 questions. Or you're going to get on the phone once a month for 10 minutes to chat. And you're going to have 1 or 2 specific questions. You ask your question, and then you shut up. You stop talking and let your mentor be a mentor. This is something I've run into a lot. It's hard to mentor somebody who's always nattering. You need to shut up and listen. Something I learned as a kid, you have 2 of these. These things here called ears, you have 2 of those. You have 1 of these called a mouth. Use them in proportion. Number 5. This one's a big deal. And this actually goes back to the video I did about critic within. Perspective versus drama. Because we have all experienced a situation where we get dramatic about something. For a lot of people, just think back to when you were thinking about asking someone for a date. You're just running through all the reasons why you shouldn't do it. Oh, That's drama. Perspective is, you know what, I'm going to go ask this person for a date. If they say yes, they say yes. If they say no, they say no. It has no effect on my value. It's just, do they want to go out with me or do they not? And it is that simple. If you ask someone for something and they say no, what have you lost? On the other hand, what have you gained? You gained the experience of going and asking. And in the same vein, if you ask somebody for something and they say yes, what have you gained? It's a big deal, and it's worth asking. Technique number 6, first one where I need 2 hands. Immunize yourself against stress with exercise. Oh, by the way, I meant to mention it. Now the first one is 15 minutes a day, so it's a number, 1-5. But the rest, and I'll put it up on the screen, it forms kind of an acronym. Not really, because it's not actually a word in English, but it forms the word flapping with only 1 P. Flapping, flapping. So, F, focus on one thing at a time. Laughter as medicine, that's the L. A, mentor to model, that's the A. P, perspective versus drama. Then it's ING, and I'll go through those next. So that's on the screen. I hope that's helpful. It will also be in the description below so that you can see it. Number 6, immunize yourself against stress with exercise. Now, this means deliberately doing exercise. My routine is when I get up in the morning, I go for a walk. It takes me about 40 minutes. I walk a couple of miles. Then, actually, shortly, I will be going to the gym. That's my sort of middle of the day exercise. And I do that I walk every day. I go to the gym 6 days a week. And then I walk in the evening after supper. So that's deliberate exercise. And I'll tell you, it makes sleeping better, it makes you digest your food better, it helps you cope with stress better. It's a wonderful thing to do. So get some deliberate exercise. Doesn't have to be in the gym. You can do calisthenics, whatever it is you want to do, but get deliberate exercise. Number 7, nip dread in the bud. Does that statement sound a little bit like silencing the critic within? Because it is. When I started back in the gym, I had the thoughts of, oh, people are going to look at me and I'm fat and, whatever. I had all kinds of thoughts, and it's just, you know what? I don't care what other people think. They aren't me. They're not the one who is still, as of recording, 250 pounds, is taking 3 blood pressure medications a day, and bloody well needs to get this weight off. So, whatever they think, I don't care. I'm going to the gym because that's the best choice for my health. There you go. And number 8, technique number 8, give yourself a physical break. This is different from exercise. And in some ways, I think this is even more important than exercise. So, something I have, and it's just an exercise band hung over the joint in the bathroom door, so I can pull on it. And so what I do is I take that exercise band and I do an exercise called face pulls. I pull it back like this, because I sit at a desk all the time. I'm hunched over all the time. When I sit in this chair, I'm kind of slouched. So posture is something that is important to me. And so I do the face pulls because it builds the muscles in my back to help me keep my shoulders square and up and, to have good posture. That's something I do once, maybe twice a day. Okay? I regularly will get up, and so I'll eat a meal. I will put the dishes in the sink. Then I'll come work for an hour, hour and a half. Then I'll get up and just go wash the dishes. Only takes a couple of minutes, but it's an opportunity to stand up, move around a little bit, do something other than sit down. And it could be anything. You could get up and go outside and toss the ball with the dog. You could go out and play in the garden. Okay? Lots of things you could do. The point is just to take a physical break. Get away from what you're doing, take a quick break, 2, 3, 4 minutes, and then come back to work. It is a huge help at being able to relax. And the last thing I have here in the script is make relaxation as much a part of your day as eating, sleeping, and playing on social media. Which, by the way, does not count as a relaxation activity. Wow. Playing on social media is the opposite of relaxing. Because social media is specifically designed to stimulate chemicals in your brain that make you want more of it. So it is not relaxing. It just really is not. Okay, don't hammer that. Questions, comments, please, by all means, put them below. And if you could, please, if you could click the thumbs up, and if you could hit subscribe, that helps YouTube, declare that I'm successful. I think I'm successful just by sharing this information and having people watch it. YouTube says we need a thumbs up and a subscribe to actually quantify my level of success. So if you could do those things, that would be wonderful. I would appreciate it very much. Have a good day.